Hey guys, welcome back to Tribe of Unicorns. I'm your host, Kendra Beavis. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow or next month or when I'm finally ready? Maybe I need more training. Maybe it's a book that's been living in your head for years or maybe it's starting that business that you can't stop dreaming about. Maybe it's choosing sobriety or changing careers or simply saying, this is not who I am anymore. We convince ourselves that we need more training, more time, more approval, more signs. But the truth is, all waiting does is feed that fear. The longer you wait, the louder the imposter syndrome gets. Who do you think you are? You're not ready. Someone else is doing this better. Everyone is doing this. It's too saturated. You'll never make a footprint. So what if instead of waiting, you just decide today, no permission slip, no fairy godmother, no countdown. This is who I am right now. That's what we're talking about in this episode, why waiting is dangerous, how I learned to change on the turn of a dime, and how you can do the same starting right now. Here we go. Let me start with the biggest example in my own life. The night I decided to stop drinking, it was not planned. I didn't write out a 30-day plan or ease my way in or wait for someone to tell me it was time. Wait for what I thought I was going to do was wait for my birthday, which was 28 days later. It was one night and I looked at myself and I thought, I have to be done. I do not drink anymore. And that was it. I declared it out loud. I took action and it stuck. Not because it was easy, but because I did not wait. I stopped waiting. I didn't give in to all the voices in my head trying to convince me that, oh, you're not that big of a drinker. Oh, it's not, you can manage it. I did not give my fear time to bargain with me. I just chose. So why do we wait though? We tell ourselves it's because we're not ready. But really waiting is about fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside of the version of ourselves that we and everyone else is comfortable with. And while we're waiting, those voices get louder. You're not qualified. You're going to look so stupid. You don't do this. Who are you to do this? And the longer we wait, the harder it gets. The more voices we hear, the more stories we tell ourselves until we convince ourselves that we can't do it. And it completely paralyzes you. I've been guilty of this in other parts of my life too. I have this big mission. I want to help people see the beauty inside of themselves so they can love themselves and be their best selves and create that ripple effect that every relationship they have will see that light and beauty emanating from them and inspire them to then be the best version of themselves and fall in love with themselves and just this huge ripple effect. And that's what my book is about, Afterlight, which I'm so excited to put out there. And it's why I built the Root and Rise Circle. It's the same thing. I still catch myself waiting though. I haven't applied to be a speaker yet. I haven't pitched myself for those big stages that I dream of standing on. Why? Because deep down, I was waiting for someone else to say, Kendra, you would be a great speaker. You are inspirational. You should do this. I was even waiting to write my book. Once my book is published, once I'm officially a real author, I've been part of collaborative books before and written for that, but never one on my own. I need that credential. I need that authority to be able to do this. Well, my business hasn't reached seven figures yet. So once it does, then I can do this. And even when I was writing my book, I so badly wanted my one friend who I respect her opinion so much to tell me, yeah, you're supposed to write a book. But the truth is I had to learn, even if she had said it, I wouldn't have been ready. It wouldn't have been enough because if you don't believe it inside of yourself, there's no outside magic wand blessing that's going to make it real. That magic wand is not out there, it's in here. So here's the shift that you can make. Change does not live in your head. It lives in your actions, and the action is what makes it real. If you think you want to be a writer, you can't imagine yourself into being a writer. You need to become a writer by writing. You can't think your way into becoming a runner. You become a runner by lacing up your shoes and hitting the pavement. And you can't think your way into becoming a speaker. You become a speaker the moment you stand up and speak on a stage. Action makes it real every single time. Once you take that action, then you feel it. I am this. I am doing this. So maybe it looks like this for you. You've never written a book. You open the document today. You write one messy paragraph. I don't know how to do this. I'm not qualified, but I'm going to do it anyway. Congratulations, you're now a writer. If you want to start a business, file the LLC, buy the domain, post about your idea, and you are a business owner. You want to be healthier? You don't need a 90-day plan. You don't need to find a coach. Go for a walk tonight. You're someone who takes care of her body. Say it out loud. This is who I am. This is what I do. And I'm doing it. I'm not just thinking about it. I'm not just talking about it. I am doing it. When I decided that I wanted to walk every single day, even on the days where I had to argue with myself, I still put my sneakers on and got outside. And doing that every single day, instead of living in my head about it, thinking about what the walk would look like, thinking about, am I going to get tics? Am I going to be tired? And instead, just taking that action allowed me to become the person that I so badly wanted to be in my head. So here's the formula I'd use. Decide, declare, do. That's it. Decide who you want to be, declare it out loud, and then take the action that proves it to yourself. That one move changes everything because the moment you act, you're no longer wishing, you're actually becoming. So if you're listening for this and you're waiting for a sign, this is it. Stop waiting. Stop looking for permission. Stop letting that imposter syndrome get louder while you just sit on the sidelines. Decide, declare, and do. Because it is the only way to become the person that you want to be. Stop waiting and step into it today. So here's the challenge. Write down one thing you've been waiting on. It might be a book, a business, a routine, a whole new identity. And then say this out loud. I do not need permission. I choose this now. And if you want to practice choosing boldly in community, come and find us in the Root and Rise Circle. We have this meeting monthly. It is free. It is live. We are on Zoom together, and it is where we stop waiting and start living. So my friends, until next time, remember, you are allowed to change on the turn of a dime. You do not need permission. And if you feel like you do, here it is. I give you permission. I'll see you next time.